a secondary school teacher. I'm also a lecturer, a PhD student, and I run Slipstitch Wales as well. So today what I want to show you is how I've redesigned the fashion curriculum at Key Stage 3 to incorporate repair as a fundamental skill for life. I knew that was going to happen. So first of all, I just wanted to mention my own background, or my habitus. So a habitus is the way that different social groups and social classes and people with different backgrounds view the world around them. So within a classroom, traditionally, a subjective stock of knowledge informs what the teacher actually teaches. And because I come from a very environmental and sustainability focused background, this has been a fundamental feature within my own classroom. So I teach the importance of sustainable textiles and all sorts of things like the Sustainable Development Goals more recently, and also Resolution 6Rs, which is the 6Rs for designing. So a couple of years ago, the Environmental Audit Committee's Fixing Fashion report came out, and in that they had some really crucial findings that really resonated with me as a teacher. So a lot of people lack the skills or ability to make or repair their clothes. A lot of people don't actually have access to the information about the true social environmental costs of our consumption. Sustainability and waste issues are very rarely addressed at curriculum level, especially at Key Stage 3. And that they also recommended that lessons on designing, creating, mending and repairing clothes should be included at schools at curriculum Key Stage level 2 and 3. Now we do that at Key Stage 4, but if the children aren't opting for that subject at GCSE, that means that they're missing that crucial information. So this led me to redesign a toy project, which I was already running anyway. So this toy project, and here we've got Sid and Nancy, who are my little mascots for this project. This project was designed to make the environmental footprint of using the fleece fabric a little bit better. But what I decided to do over the last couple of years since the Fixing Fashion report was to prepare this project for the new curriculum in Wales, which is underpinned by the intention to meet society's needs and wants. So the pupils understand the connection between what we wear on a global scale. They understand their role as a responsible consumer citizen. They become critical thinkers to help to solve real-world problems. They're able to work with others to construct their own learning in social settings. They are able to communicate their ideas, but the crucial point is this, that they are equipped with the practical skills that they can use beyond school. So this is the repair and maintenance of their clothes. So this is the new project. All students are given a hand sewing kit, and I'll explain why in a moment. They get to keep these kits if they want to, and many of them do actually do that. They've also given a link, a series of QR codes in their digital workbook, which helps them to practice these skills at home if they're struggling with them in the classroom. So the skills. So each and every skill that the students learn and develop over the 20-week project are aimed to help them to be able to do these skills later on in life. So the reason why we do hand sewing skills rather than use the machine at Key Stage 3, and I should mention this is upper Key Stage 3, this project. In Year 7, which is the lower Key Stage 3, they do get to use the sewing machines. But the reason why they use hand skills at upper Key Stage 3 is because I realised that most children are not going to go home to a house where they have a sewing machine. And most people, when they leave school, are probably not going to buy a sewing machine either through expense or lack of experience of knowing how to use it. So the skills are all hand skills. So the first thing they learn is a running stitch, which acts as the basic construction of the toy. They learn about applique or patching. They learn how to put a button on, and they learn about slip stitches as well, which is the way they close their toy up. So here we've got some running stitches. So this is a practice sheet that my children use in the classroom first. And again, this is used to construct the actual toy. Real world uses for running stitches include pretty much every sewing project you can imagine, whether that's sewing on patches, darning holes, gathering, reinforcement stitches, and general construction and repair. The second skill is applique or patches. So this is used for a range of different uses on the toys themselves, from putting on facial features or making clothes or accessories. And the real world uses for these are sewing on decorative patches, covering holes, covering stains, and general customization of clothes. And then the one that always the kids love doing, because it just blows their mind that they just don't know how to put a button on, is for things like eyes on the toys and stuff like that. And then they actually realise that when they do it, it is really, really simple. So when I explain that so many people throw away their garments just because they don't know how to replace a button, it really does blow their mind, because they realise how easy it actually is. So the real world uses of buttons include repairing, replacing or reinforcing loose buttons, and also just for decorative customization like they use on their toys. And then the fourth main skill that they use for creating these toys is the Slipstitch, which is also known as a ladder stitch or an invisible stitch. So it looks a bit like a ladder. It's used right at the end of constructing their toys, and this helps them to seal up the little holes, so after they've stuffed their toys. And this is a really useful skill as well, because it has lots of real world uses, such as repairing ripped seams. And I get a lot of children coming to me during break time with ripped seams, and now I can tell them that they can repair it themselves. They can replace or repair pockets that maybe have been torn or fallen off and that sort of thing. They can also use it to add decorative touches to their own clothes, to join patches, and also for any invisible sewing. There are also other skills that we learn, but these are optional. So they all learn these, but they don't have to put these into their toys and the designs themselves, although often they do. So the first thing is tie-dye. And then we've got batik, which is quite similar to tie-dye because it's a resist dye, but they use wax instead of strings and ties, stenciling and block printing, and then natural dyes as well. So all of these have the aim of, giving a new life to old clothes, and they're really affordable, simple skills that the children can do at home, and many do. In fact, many did this during lockdown because I did lots of practical activities. So the benefits, or the hidden curriculum and surprising benefits that I found, is that I've actually got a much calmer classroom, which is really, really amazing at year 9, because they get so stressed out with using the sewing machine. They think the sewing machine hates them. They want to throw it through the window. But they all just sit there and they hand sew, and almost like a stitch and bitch session. They're talking about what they did on the weekend or what they're going to do on the weekend. This increases their social interaction, which is crucial after 2 years of all of this chaos of being locked down and isolating and things like that. It promotes positive peer contact as well, and also it's non-gendered. So I found that the boys are really engaged in this project. And here we've got a selection of some of their toys. So you can see they're not perfect, but they're all completely unique. And that's what I really, really love about this. So, it's been such a positive project, and making those explicit links to repair of their own clothes is crucial, basically. And the children have far more confidence to be able to do that when they leave. And like I said, they get to have a sewing kit. They get it for free if they want it, and many do. So it's been a fantastic project. So that is it from me. Thank you for listening. Hope I haven't gone over too much. And I'm always welcome to, open to having conversations about this. So if you want to know about my work as a teacher or as a PhD student, please do get in touch. And that's it from me. Thank you.